Okay, so now we're in the back fifth of the game. And I guess now we're going to be reaching for race cars. I don't know how well this car will do. I have two that work in this category. I grabbed one. If I get a switch, so be it. Okay, Alpine Ring. Pays more though. Road Atlanta, Middle Valley, Infield, Blue Mountain, Road America. Ooh, ah. That might be a problem. Okay, we'll find out. I think we're going to definitely overshoot 40 though. Okay, this is the first race car cup. The only race car driving I've done so far. Let me guess, back of the field for me. Ah, fuck you. I don't have anything better. Let's just see how it goes. The other thing I have is that NSX. Okay, thanks. I don't know why I couldn't turn. God, all the words on my car are blurry. Quit touching me. You're making it so I can't turn. Okay, it's gonna take a while to get used to the race car. Okay, I don't know how this one's gonna go, but we'll find out here in a minute. Assassination is how. I mean, a car brought to you by film, which isn't even a thing anymore, really. Okay, I think we're back to gripping the controller a little too hard and focusing too hard on driving. We'll see how it goes. There's 7 races though on this one, so. Peugeot, no, Dodge. Okay, not bad. This car, okay, never mind. Sure, why not? Look back there expecting them right on me. They're not there. Maybe this car is sufficient. I mean, it's a good looking car. It's yellow. Don't go off. We don't have time for going off. Okay, so after this one, we're going to go do those endurance events. I think that's my plan. Then we'll come back and figure out what other race car ones we're going to do. Well, technically one of those endurance races is a race car one, so. Okay, I just got to keep a level head. I could drive this thing if I actually hit the brakes in time. Oh, and don't break loose either. That's. Okay, so I think the main goal of the race car is just hit the brakes in freaking time. Do not hit them too late or we're boned, because the odds of me doing that are pretty high. Let's just be honest. Let's just be real. It's all about control. I really wanted to do those 2 random cups in the professional box, because I know they're going to be an issue, but we're going to have to wait. The only hope I have is to get the car the computer has, and then slap racing slicks on them, and then just go from there. They're probably easy enough, but I just have to wait until the right level. Okay. This isn't too hard so bad so far, I mean. Just have to focus on not crashing. Right there I went wide, see? Oh, and then I oversteered. This is exactly what I'm talking about. I just gotta focus on driving the car. I'm starting to think the championship box are easier. Everything in this box seems to be going better than the other cups. And I've learned my lesson. I'm setting the difficulty to practically what it is here for 2. I could do what I usually do. No ABS, no traction control. No. Suck it up. Just use the damn assists. Quit being all macho. Man, Randy Savage. No. Okay, what was I worried about? It could just be this category is easier, like I was saying. We'll try that theory in a minute. Well, in a minute, I mean like an hour from now. You know this is going to take a while. What part did I scale the difficulty back? Does anybody recall? Was it around like 35 or 40 is when I scaled it back? That sounds about right. Somewhere right there in the upper 30s. Okay, maybe I sit on the rest of the championship boxes and try to hit the other 2 more, huh? Maybe I can't, though. Okay, I don't know what's happening. This game is so inconsistent with its difficulty. I was expecting them to be flying up my butt on this. We got a lot of cup left, so let's figure out if they do for the rest of it. That's a good car, by the way. This one right here. Use it if you're in the game. It's nice. Ah, my neck. Whoops, I made a mistake. Not too critical, but I made a mistake. You really gotta be watching your throttle input, even with the assists on this game. Now it looks like the back corner of up, and I missed the braking input. Oh! Excuse me. Okay, we're definitely going to be doing this for a while. Okay, oops, I did it again. Oops, I did it again. I don't remember the line after that. Okay, so it only broke some of the tail light. You want to tell me how that works? If there's just like a single bulb in there? They had LEDs back in 2000. Time warp confirmed. Okay, the gap is closing, but not that much. Okay, under 10, but that still means with 7, it's gonna be over an hour. Doggy move. Doggy move. Oh good, the car rarity bonus almost covers the difficulty penalty. At least there's something. Maybe I should have done this one before those other two. Too late. Reaching for the T. I've had, what, like 4 of them already in this session? Ah. 15, 75, 70,000 now. Okay. Yeah, damn. If I would have reached for this one first, like I was planning on, we definitely would have got there. I rode Atlanta, but the short, but with a race car. What? Wait a second. No, wait. I thought for a second it was just going to give us American tracks because American cars. But no. Alpine Ring's probably in the Alpines, which is, you know, Europe. Turns out my regular Viper race car is better than these Comp Coupe race cars. So I don't know why they're not accelerating to the fullest degree, but whatever, I don't care. Maybe I should go back and try to race against that Saline. Maybe on easy difficulty he isn't a nightmare to go against. Or maybe he is. What do you think? Comment section down below. I can do it with my regular Comp Coupe. Well, I have to remove some mods first. It has well over 600 horsepower, as is. I swear it drops frames there, but it makes it like cinematic to fly through that corner. Okay, since it's a race car, the brakes, oh man, they're so beautiful. Okay, I'm actually quite enjoying this Cup so far. This car is a delight. And it's another Viper, which, hell yeah, I want to drive some more Vipers. I drove Vipers a lot in Gran Turismo 5 as well. Remember that ACR? Oh yeah. I don't know, this whole playthrough is a mess. I like it. I know what we're doing next, though. I just gotta speed run the last 15 cups. Faster. I really don't want it to last much longer, although I am enjoying it still. The only thing really hindering these last 15 are the stupid Ferrari and Saline Cup, where I need an Enzo and an S7. Then I gotta figure out what we're doing for GT5. That one's gonna be a lot longer. Or should I just give it up? I don't want to. I want to play it more, for sure. But maybe that's foolish. It's been going for over 5 months. I don't think any other game's gonna go that long. Unless I start doing like shit tons of Animal Crossing. Which I might. But what else could I make really, really long? Some, how about idle clicker games, huh? You want those? Oh yeah. Those only last months and months and months and months and months and months. And Nelson months. Okay, only 12 this time, but okay, I am enjoying it. This car is a delight. If I get to drive this car more, or any variation on it, because I could get the same race car, but a different number and a different livery. But will the stats be different? Maybe a little bit. They think they're funny doing that, when it's literally the same car in different colors. It's a good car, I like it. I gotta get going. I keep saying that. I always, my mind drifts to the pile. The pile I'm sitting beside too, by the way. It's a monster. This is pretty good. I guess we're going to be using the comp coupe in the next part though, because I got to do the S endurance race. By I got to, it means I don't want to. The S class is my least favorite, by the way. I hate S class. I'll always prioritize trying to get it out of the way before everything else, if I can. If I can. Keep the slower and race car stuff till last. Notice how I wasn't touching the race car stuff until this cup? Oh no! Oh yeah! And of course, this vehicle's a glutton. Look at the fuel tank already. It's a race car, what do you expect? Okay, I think maybe, yeah, we'll try to avoid this box for a while. My foot's asleep and I gotta move my T. Move the T so I can put my foot forward. Oh, the heel of my, oh my. Okay, hold on. I don't like the nerve signal I was getting through my leg there. That was not fine. Can't really describe it. It was kind of like somebody was twisting the cable through my leg. Okay, I don't know why they're not even trying. Even on easy, they should be just a couple seconds behind me. Or like 6 seconds tops. You know, back far enough that if I make one medium mistake, they're on me. Not like this. Oh crap. That makes it so those two endurance events aren't going to be uploaded the same day. Whatever, it doesn't have to be perfect all the time that does that. Too bad I couldn't have just reached level 40 last time. It's in the can, we can't do it. Now 20 seconds ahead. Oops. Wait, massive error. That's okay. We have a gap. And I don't think that actually widened. Or, yeah, no, shortened actually. I don't think it shortened the gap. I think we're fine. Again, the taillight should be broken on the left side fully. But look, this is like a strip that still works. Okay, now they've gained a bit. There's still only the second one, everybody. Yeah, there's not much room in there. It looks like a big car, but if you actually look at me in there, I'm wedged in there like a sardine. Hey, you know, I've been like that before. They had a brand new car show, you know, downtown kind of area. But you know, all the dealerships in town, they bring their cars, and then like they're all in the same building. And this was a couple years ago, and there was a Mitsubishi Eclipse, right? And I'm like, hey, sweet, I've seen these. So then I put myself in it. Big mistake. I'm not exactly huge, but it took forever to get in, and I was pretty much stuck in it, and it took forever to get out of it. I'm not even that big. I really am not that big. But my neck was so out of whack after I got out of the car. It's just amazing. Now, yeah, it was one of the sportier ones. So I had like a Recaro seat. No, actually, was it Recaro or was it, what's that other one? Sparco. It might have been Sparco, actually. At least during this session, we've really done some significant damage to the championship box. Now we just gotta get up to level 48 and 48 and 6, that's right. Yeah, we should have done this one first. Ah, man, what was I thinking? Right, I was thinking I wanted to save the race cars. Ooh, Maple Valley, but short. Why short? Why Road Atlanta short? That's supposed to be Vermont or something, I believe, is what they said. Excuse me. Like me and my twin back here. Although it would have been Twin City if I would have brought the Acura, because there it is there too. I think that's the garbage truck. Hopefully it doesn't linger. I got the window open. I don't want... Okay, well I guess it's gone already. Okay, it got bounced a little weird there, okay. Was it coming back? It's kind of funny, I went from a D-class car up to an R-class car, which handles about the same. That's the beautiful part about the race cars in these games. They handle so well. Especially the older Forzas like this. There's more car parts. Can you guys not drive on road? Whatever. That's right. Road of Maple. The new official title. 14. Really? Fine, that doesn't sound halfway bad, so okay. I can't believe my sponsor is Fujifilm. And not the Fuji part, I mean like the film part. Film. Not like I'm a photographer. I really should. I mean, everybody's got a camera in their damn pocket now. I used to do that a lot, but just like random cars in parking lots. Like, and especially like if a car, you see it in a parking lot and it's either A, unusual, or B, rare. Because sometimes there's a car in a parking lot and it's just like, wow, you never see those. Go take a photo. Or what is this? You know, that's like 2 steps beyond this is rare. If you've never even seen it, it's ultra rare. Okay, well, 4 down, 10 remaining. Okay, they're closer to me than I'd like. 6 seconds after 3 minutes, so that's they're doing better this time around. Yeah, I'm gonna definitely try to take my time with the Forza series. I don't want to like blaze through all of them. There's a lot of them. How many Forzas are there? Let's just think. You got 7 Motorsports, 5 Horizons. Technically, you got to do 2 twice because the 360 version is different. I don't have access to the Fast and Furious one. Funny thing is, right when I linked my credit card, that's when, like 2 days, I did it after 2 days, like, after, like, you could still buy that thing. And I was pissed. And that was about 2 days after you could get the season pass for $5 as well, and I was also pissed because they were selling the season pass for $5. I would have given that. That sounds more than fair. Yeah, halfway. The achievements for Forza Motorsport 5 are like the weirdest damn things. They're so weird. That was a delight getting them. Of course, this game has no achievements. Oop. I don't want to knock that out of the way. I kind of like where it's sitting. $14 is a hard number to make fractions out of, I tell you what. There's only 2 and 7 going to it. Everybody look out. I haven't been driving long, I'm sorry. They won't let me on the real road, but they'll let me on in a race car. In fact, they gave me the race car. What fools! Wait, when did we get this car? I think it's been a while, right? So many nature noises out there. I don't know how well it picks up on the microphone. I hope well, because that'd be kind of peaceful. All the bird noises and the occasional random car going by. Now the opposite, 10 done, 4 to go. I'm saying it, you know, well into the lap. Oh no! I like I left some yellow on the wall over there. You know, it's funny, I really should make a playlist of songs with color names. So you got Amber 311, Red Chevelle, Yellow Coldplay, Blue Dabba Diba Da Die, Eiffel 65. What else? Can you think of any others? Or a playlist with just bands with Blue, Blue October, Green Day, Red, and also Simply Red, because that's another band. Haha. Okay, well this cup has gone way easier than I thought also. I'm enjoying this session today. No, don't hit it. I want it to stay put. Don't hit it. Bending legs again. Watch, I'll be complaining that they're asleep in 2 seconds. Gotta get this one done so I can do those endurance races, and then that's a lot of progress for today. Hey, there goes a card. Hear it? It's about 7 a.m. The mass exodus from the neighborhood's probably about done now. While they're going to different parts of the city to do their shitty jobs. Oh, he's honking. I think the carpool's arrived for whoever that is down there. Hurry up, Miguel. Get out here. We need to go to the office. And he's like, shut up, I know. I'm saying goodbye to the wife. Well, this Crest 40. Oh crap, they'll give us a car at 40, won't it? But if we're in the middle of a championship, it won't show the screen, will it? Oh, there's 40. I'm not going to even say 45 now. I think at this rate, 50 should be the one we're talking about, not just the next 5. Dream Cadillac. Oh, wait a second. An Audi. Okay, you gave me an Audi race car. That's good, thanks. Will that show me at the very end, or is it not going to show me that animation? I think in Forza... Never mind, there it is. Congratulations, you've received the #1 championship RS6. Ah, yeah, I remember this car. That's a good one. I remember it from Forza 2. Acceleration, explosive. Rarity, yeah. Toyo tires. Like I told you, I had a car that came with Toyos, but I've never actually bought Toyos. I've had a lot of tires. Current car has Yokohamas. Those are pretty good. Although I think Kumo makes the best tires. I've had a couple sets of Kumo and they're really good. I'm not too upset about the Yokohamas, so those are pretty good. Okay, I lost track. 35 minutes in though. Okay, just whatever you're doing. Okay, sure, why not? It's like the other guy came up on him and he just slammed on the brakes. Like, watch this. I'll show him. And then there was the yellow Viper. Oh man. Also, I do believe that is what we just heard. Somebody getting picked up by a carpool. Because I've heard them before when we've been playing this early. It's like they swing in, honk. Thank God I've never had a carpool. That sounds like ass. Both being the driver and just being a passenger. They show up in their Toyota Sienna and you're forced to sit back there where their kid just threw up yesterday. You put your hand down, find something, and it's like icy cold French fries from 3 months ago. You like my stories? This is improv. I'm just making stuff up. And then you find a wallet and never tell Cheryl about it. Because it was her husband's and he left it back there. And he's searching the house frantically and he doesn't know what's in her Sienna. Oh my god, this car is good. I think we'll use it more. Yeah, this car is really good. Its grip is just great. It's not the fastest, but if you tell it to go, it does. Without that weird hesitance that a lot of the upper end cars have. Like that comp coupe, when I floor it, it like shudders a little bit and then doesn't want to. But this, that might be why we got such a lead. This car actually goes when you tell it to go. Got a bird. Do, 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 he says. And check it out. He looks completely wedged in there. He does not look comfortable. Okay, this one looks to be about 9 minutes. Yeah, it's gonna be about 9 minutes. Maybe 10-ish even. 9.5. Doink. Okay, it sailed right. Oh my god, it sailed through A, the people bridge, and B, the billboard. There was no hit detection at all. Okay, where was the next stop? Is this the 4th race? I so want to do those regular S-Car Cups. I don't think they're going to be a problem because I'm going to buy their car, slap racing slicks on them, and they should be good to go. Is what I'm thinking. But we're a long way from that. I'm always concerned with this microphone. I overload it sometimes. It seems good how it is. Man, it's annoying for sure. But I can't dial it in better. I don't want to have to yell though. That's why it's cranked up so high, so I can just talk and not screaming into it. Maybe it just caps it at a certain level. I don't know. Now, did I finish my tea? Did I not? Do I need more tea? Yes. Did I forget to hit the brakes? Yes. And I love race car brakes. They're so good. I really dig the race car shit in these games. Especially on like the 1 through 4 era. They're so much better. Starting in 5, they're not as good. They just have like an air of confidence about them. Like, fuck yeah, I'm a race car. I can do it. You know what I mean? Okay, these cups are going too easy, but I'm not going to complain when games go too easy. Because they sure go bad sometimes. Oops, you know, I should have hit the 2 sign. Wait, I could have hit the 1 sign on the last lap. It looks like we only got a 10-second lead this time. I'll hit them both. Okay, maybe I can do those 2 endurance races as well. I don't know. It has to be 3 weeks from now. That's what I need. And then watch, future me's watching this going, haha, you did it, man. Don't worry about it. Worrying about nothing. We've aced that thing, no problems. Like Zoink Scoob. That's kind of how it was going there. See, we're going 160, but it really seems like we're going slow. That's the magic of a race car. It's just cool and collected. That was an interesting vibration. What's that? Really that far in? Oh, yeah, okay, fine. We're gonna hurt the car that's not that far into the race. Fine. Don't care. Okay, fine. Twice. I know there's 3 categories for race cars. You got this, there's like a slightly better this, and then the LMP guys, at least in this game. What the hell's that? Is that a car? Or like a really shitty motorcycle? Okay, yeah, our next goal is 50. I gotta figure out how to hit 50. Does it give us a car only on the 10 levels? I don't think it gives us a car at every 5, right? There's no T in here, by the way. 4.2 almost. I need 300,000 for 41, but that's not really an issue. Okay, 40. Yeah, there's 3 more. Where we going? Then endurance races. Yeah. Uh-oh. Ruh-roh. Legs going scuba. I gotta keep saying that. That's great. I don't want to watch all the Scooby-Doo as well. Like all of them. 1969 to not Velma. That one's just poop. I've heard it. I'm not going to watch it. If the consensus is it's shit, that means I'm not watching it. 80 degrees. And it's 47 here currently. I got the window open. What is wrong with me? Not even that bad though. It's kind of nice in here. I know it's supposed to be, like, I know it's 47, but it's really not that bad. Come on, Corvette. Bow to your superior. Okay, well that's not working. Generally, I don't actually think Dodge is the best, but in this situation, yeah, Viper. In fact, I don't really like most of Dodge. Charger, yeah. Challenger, eh. Well, actually, let's just go off of that. Challenger, eh. Mustang, eh. Camaro, eh. I really don't want any of those. Like, any of them. They just seem like ass, and ass. I mean, they're okay. Yeah, but do I want one? Nah. If I see one in traffic, I'll be like, yeah, sweet. But I'm not going to get one. Unless I take it. No, I'm just kidding, no. Okay, this one might be a pain just because this track is a pain, but, you know. Oh my god, they're actually trying? What? Do we actually have an instance of a problem? Stay tuned to find out. Okay, they've fallen back a bit, but there's no guarantee that they won't just come up out of nowhere. Because they're like that. Okay, keep in mind, man, this Volvo, nice. Oh, damn, this is not a Volvo. What the fuck? No. This Viper is nice. Why did I say Volvo? I know it's 5 letters and begins with a V, but... And I know the Volvo was parked right beside it in the garage when I selected it. I think these factors might be why I said that. Nope. Dog is running. He's pushing up against me. I like how dogs run in their sleep. It's funny. If he starts chirping, though, I gotta wake him up. Okay, they might not be returning. Oh, more sirens in the distance. How many mornings in a row has that been? Sirens. The city's getting violent. Whoops, hit the wall again. There's helicopter noises too. I wonder if that's a police helicopter. It could be. It probably is. Yeah, I'm getting pretty good at this track. I was bad at it when we first started, but I'm getting better at it. Must have been my car. I misheard it. We gotta get into a position where we can do those last S-Class races or cups very soon. It's imperative. Not the right word, but like of utmost importance. Yeah, only 3.5. Yeah, okay. They're better at this than I. There goes some other big vehicle. Oh, come on, dog. It's not that bad. Shoosh. Yeah, this one's not very interesting. I'm just trying to stay focused and not crash the car. The beginning part was okay. Yeah, man, with a race car, that whole segment is so much better. So, I mean, it's so good. Well, there we go, another one. More than 10 minutes on that one, though. Yeah, we're still needing well over $250,000. Get the next level, though. Yep, 2 more. Uh-oh. Closing in on an hour already. Just weave on through. I think that car, the lead one, is the prize car. Yeah, closing in on an hour, about 10 seconds there. And 4 laps, but that shouldn't be too bad in a race car. Yeah, about 2 minutes. That's not bad. I hope we don't get any crashing problems for the next couple endurance races, because I don't want anything more like Tokyo. Yeah, I don't know what we're gonna do. One of those two other cups done. I can only focus on these. That's how it'd be if it was good. Maybe the championship boxes are easier. I don't really know. In that other cup, this was the full extent of the race, 2 laps. But it was about 5 minutes for a D-class car, now about 4 minutes for the race car. Whole minute faster. Well, 40 seconds faster. And we're near me again. Although the field definitely has a split through it. Last 3 cars seem to be way past the mid section. Hey, look at the gap back there. What's going on? Yeah, well, we're almost there. Hour and 5, though. Phew, stinky dog again. It looks so good. Now, what was the last place? Was it King Cobra? Or don't tell me it was New York, because I'll be upset. Oh man, my braking input was just a little off that time. Hey, the black bar is following me this time. What is with that black bar? 7:42 a.m. I gotta figure out what I want to do for timing. I'm just assuming the last endurance races are going to be like half an hour, 40 minutes like the other ones. Maybe there's just enough time for them. So that would leave us with 12 cups remaining. That'd be great. Okay, there's another one. Yeah, still got quarter mil to 41. Yeah, it's not gonna be anytime soon. Well, I really need 46 and 48. You know why. Okay, one more. What was it? Probably New York, right? Shoulder click. All right, the Nürburgring. Oh, yeah. Have we been here before? Have we been here before? Maybe once, right? Yes, we've been here at least once. Still 47 degrees outside. It's June 1st. What? I'll take it. It's usually too hot around here anyway. Gotta see how this one goes. I know my car's not better, but okay. How to keep a cool leveled head and go around this and not crash. I like how on Gran Turismo the line is like right here. Which is worse. I like having the line on the straightaway. Much better. Although Forza wimped out and did exactly like Gran Turismo did after a while. Not so good, guys. But that wasn't so smooth. Okay, they're kind of lurking a little closer this time. Maybe their cars are faster. It's so good to play this game with the assists on. Man, it's so hard without them. But you saw plenty of footage of that. only 4 seconds, 1/4 into the lap. That's the quarter mark right there. It's the most dangerous track ever. Okay, well the gap is pretty much the same as it's been the entire time, so this place needs more focus. Okay, we're getting closer to the halfway mark, up here in fact. Yep, this bend coming up here is the halfway mark. Right here, halfway mark. Now the hill climb. And I think the carousel is the 3/4 mark, or maybe right after it is. Hill climb's pretty straight. Lots of distance quickly in it. This one's been going a little long now. Glad we got a lot of progress done today though in this session. That's a good, I don't know, 5 or 6 days worth of content for you. There you go. Do the 2 wheels. Okay, well, yeah, the gap got big. Okay, so now it's just a straight shot until the end. Almost an hour and 20 minutes. Yeah, here comes the line. Not the fastest lap, but it'll do. Okay, yeah, so I think... Oh man, okay, I think the next couple we're going to do are those endurance races again. I gotta look it over though, because there's a bunch of stuff unlocked now. I think there was quite a few that popped open at level 40. Still, yeah, we're still like 180. Alright, still on the road for solid gold. We got another Corvette race car. Oh yeah, it's that one I was talking about earlier. Phil McClure, he's Troy's cousin. Alright, so I hope you enjoyed it. No, I don't think we can now. I don't think we can now. I don't think we can. Ah, there we go. See, just popped open. C. And GTS, which we don't have any of. Anyway, so I hope you enjoyed it. And I hope you enjoy the next one. And I will see you there on, I don't know what we're going to choose, but I'm going to take a look at the stuff that just opened up. Maybe one of those. I don't know. I'll see you next time, okay?